What's going on, everyone? It's time for another Netflix horror film review. Today we're going to be talking about Choose or Die, which was also originally titled Cursor, believe it or not. It's a Netflix original. It was released April 15th, 2022, and it was directed by Toby Meekins, who's also did like a lot of short films, like Floor 9 and 9.5, Lot 284, Breton, and Fables of Forgotten Things. But this is his first full length feature, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, Choose or Die. Well, that's basically the premise. So there's this little video game, and someone actually manages to redevelop the software and make it actually work again, where the curse on this device is basically whoever plays it has to choose between certain tasks that it sets up, and it alters reality. So basically, if you sign on and start to say that you want to play, basically you have to choose an outcome, and usually they're pretty bad. So it's like the main girl, like in the trailer, there's she's on her computer. She has to choose. So you see the girl smash glass. She has to choose either clean it up or leave it. And then she says clean it up, and then it kind of alters somewhat of what they say. So when the girl in the diner falls to her knees and basically starts eating the glass, cleaning it up, weird things like that. And yeah, there's some pretty all right scenes in this when it comes to stuff like that. But it really had this like really, really early Blumhouse campy feel, sort of like Truth or Dare, like that film with the stupid grins and stuff. Yeah, it's sort of like on the lines of that. It's very minimal in what they show, though. So I think it's a PG-13 rate movie. But yeah, but as the main character, she goes on and plays this game. She tries to figure out like who developed it, and goes and tries to stop it. And yeah, there's some interesting elements. Like my favorite part in the whole movie is basically her mom's like a crackhead, basically, and yeah, so she goes to work, and then the game makes her choose between her mom like believing that there's like a killer rat in the house, and yeah, she plays like it looks like an old like Atari game, and she has to lead her mom to safety, but her mom like ends up killing herself basically, but it's all her fault. It is an amusing scene, and one of the more well done parts of the film. But yeah, so basically they choose this, and then it's up to them to figure out how to stop it and why it's going on. It's very, it's not too complicated of a film. Yeah, the acting's okay in it. The special effects and gore effects look pretty decent. But yeah, like I said, it's like it felt a lot like the early Blumhouse films, like Truth or Dare comes to mind mostly, and for other familiar ones like Polaroid and Countdown, it's sort of like in the same realm as those ones, which is like more like teen horror than actual like mature horror stuff that I'm used to watching. So it's no Dark and the Wicked. This is more more fun times. Um, but they do try to take a dreamier sort of route with it, with like the main character, younger brother who died, who was dead. You learned that early on, and yeah, he kind of helps her out too and stuff. Sort of like a almost like in a Nightmare on Elm Street-ish sort of feel to it, which was a little odd and misplaced, I thought. But there wasn't very much going for it. Like the twists, they are pretty predictable in this film. Yeah, and there is yeah, every cliche possible is in this. So yeah, it was an okay one. Also, Robert Englund did the voice of the game, which was pretty funny. He was originally supposed to be like the curator, but then something happened. He didn't continue on with the project. So yeah, but yeah, overall, I thought it was an all right movie. It wasn't the best. It's stuff we've seen before. Nothing really new. But if you want just like a little popcorn flick to throw on, or if you have like friends who are you want to watch a horror film, but some people you're with are not into horror, this one's more of like an introductory type of film. I think it's very subdued and not very complicated at all. It was just weird, but I do think the trailer shows pretty much every good aspect of the film in that trailer, in the trailers, and so watching the movie, the filler parts were just bland and dull and not really worth it. So I'm gonna give Choose or Die a 2 out of 5. It had some potential, but overall it didn't really do very well. It wasn't very well put together, and it's a good starting point for a director, but definitely needs a lot of improvement. So yeah, that's on Netflix if you want to check it out. Also, so there's a trailer link down below if you want to check that out. If it sounds like something you're interested in, you want to see what I'm talking about, that's linked down below. Also down below is my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. You should have the film title hashtag and subject of film hashtag so you're aware of it. And also my Letterbox is down below like always. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films on there. So make sure you follow me on those two platforms. Stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any other films that are on Netflix that you think I should check out and review, comment them down below. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can. And if I can find them, if they end up not being on Netflix by the time I get to them. Yeah. So, yeah. Throw some comments down below. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, hopefully find something weird, obscure, and odd that you never thought of checking out together. And also your reviews on classic films and popular films that are coming out at the time, like somewhat like this, and reviews on other things, like concerts and stuff. So make sure you subscribe and ring that bell, because I'm going to be jumping on Shudder and trying to find something interesting to talk about on that. So there's going to be a Shudder review in the next one, from my next video. So yeah, but Choose or Die, quite a disappointment, but there's a lot of other good stuff out there, and I'm going to try to find it. So yeah, but like I said, join me next time. We're going to be talking about something that's on Shudder. Hopefully it's a little better than this, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so other than that, watch out for all those video games killing off our families, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.